It does not get more intense than this. Match point leaves us with two teams as Kashera makes the play. Kashera for Europe gets the shots in, but no shield break as now the fight goes down.
So important that you get the damage here, and it's done!
TSM up in the skies. House goes down from the heavens. London belongs to TSM.
The stats said it all. Storm Point was TSM's in the regular season. They had an 80% win rate from top threes in regular season, and they've converted here today. And what a moment it is for that squad. Raven, the new addition, he brought new life into TSM. And they will be champions here in London.
TSM rise from the ashes. Questions asked. Were they done? Were they dusted? The answer is no. Champions once again in one of the most intense finishes we've seen in the Apex Legends Global Series. But TSM once again are on top of the pile.
And it all comes from that skyward dive, that big risky play to take the northeast of that circle and force the fight to take the lobby by the scruff of the neck and say, we want to own this game. We want to hit it here. We want to win it now. And you can see what it means to them, just pure relief, ecstasy, joy on the faces of all three members and the coach of Raven.
Absolutely incredible game as well from TSM. Let's just take ourselves back for a second. It wasn't just that moment. It wasn't just the skyward dive. The way that they managed that game, took the fights when they needed to, Dan, put them in position to win the tournament here in London.
And then we saw Verhulst's mum as well. We saw the interview earlier, able to watch her son on stage. And what a moment it is to see your son achieve such an incredible thing. One of the best tournaments I've seen in terms of competitiveness. It took so long to get these teams on match point. And when we finally arrived, we just couldn't find a winner. But of course, it was gonna be TSM.
First place in the Pro League. First place here in London. And win is spelt once again at TSM. What an unbelievable
confidence, as again we can see Verhulst's mum right on the screen there. And I mean, you can come across to London and you can see your boy win it across the pond, and I don't think there gets much better than that.
This is what they call a core memory, I believe, for everyone who's in the arena and a TSM fan, excuse me, but especially for the family members. But I just want to, give a shout out to TSM, but the fans here in London, you have been absolutely incredible.
We asked the question, are championships given or are they taken? One team has answered that question unequivocally. Your most winningest team in the history of the ALGS London, make some noise for your champions of the Split 1 playoffs, TSM! Fellas, it's been a long time coming. Hal, I can see the smile on your face. What does this moment mean to you after all that you've done, after all you have heard online, all the time you guys have put in, all the adjustments you've made to finally hoist that trophy again? What does it mean to you?
I still got it. We still got it. We never left. And, it means a lot. We appreciate all you guys' support. We always come here to play our best, just for you guys. So we appreciate all of you that coming out. Thank you guys. Even the haters, whoever roots for NRG, I still love you guys. So yeah, I appreciate it.
It is your moment, certainly, but I'm going to talk to someone who I think many consider maybe the rock, maybe the glue to this team. You've been beside Hal's side this entire time. You've been through the ups, you've been through the downs, Jordan. How does it feel to hoist that again and be a champion?
It just feels amazing. I mean, it's been 3 years since we did it, and it's about time, honestly. We put in so much work with Raven. He helped us out so much. We swapped up so many different things. We still kept the core, and it still worked out, so.
Thank you so much, man. Many people know this story. I want to reiterate it here and switch over, talk to Big E. I knew Evans did great things. Verhulst, you've had to grow so much and mature in your role from joining this team from ESA, now meshing with Hal and Reps, seeing the potential, but not getting there immediately. You took the challenge on, and you had the support not only of your family in most of the events I've seen you at, but your mother specifically today in the interview, the touching interview she did. Speak to me what it means about everyone's support during this time, and it finally got you here.
I mean, honestly, there aren't enough words to say how much I love all the support that you guys give us. You guys are the best fan base we could possibly ask for. You guys are all the best, and I appreciate my family for coming out, as always. And yeah, we appreciate you guys.
This man right here, I don't know whether to call you a psychologist, a master general, or maybe just the right guy at the right time. Raven, the coach of TSM, make some noise for what this man has done. Raven, this is your moment. You have earned it. I know how much you've given up. What's going on for you right now?
I mean, definitely a super emotional win for me. I've been grinding for just 3 years straight, and I had a lot of people doubt me, but I stuck to it, and I appreciate all the people who were supporting me and who had my back, and also shout out to my boys for all the hard work and willing to give me a chance and listening to me, so thank you.
Thank you, Raven, for what you've given to this community, also what you've given to these guys right here. It takes a team to get it all done. You guys have proven that as well. What a journey these boys have had. I want to give you one last moment on the stage before we throw it back. Ladies and gentlemen, London, your champions, TSM. Back to you, Tiff.
Changes may happen, but one thing that has reigned consistent was the fact throughout the duration of Pro League, we've had a Monster Energy MVP nomination, and I'm gonna send it over to Rain Day, because it is time to announce our Monster Energy MVP of the ALGS Split 1 playoffs.
Thank you, Tiff. I'm standing here with none other than the CEO of Apex Legends as the chants reign throughout the arena of the Copper Box. Hal, Philip, here is your Monster Energy MVP. Soaking it up, my friend. Obviously, the reaction was incredible. How does it feel, just personally, you and your personal journey to get here? Tell us a little bit about what's going on in your mind.
Honestly, I think ever since the meta changed to Seer and Horizon, I was mechanically lacking, in my opinion. So I decided to switch a controller, and it's the first LAN I played on controller. And I got MVP, won the LAN, so I feel like I took a big risk playing controller and swapping to something that I haven't played in for a while, and it all paid off, so.
Hal, I'm gonna be honest, you have gone through a journey of putting yourself a peg below her, right? Kind of saying, I'm gonna go off MNK and I'm gonna do it on controller, and you had to learn, and you had to kind of get laughed at a little and say, is he really gonna do this? Is this, gonna get him where he needs to be? But you did a bigger journey, in my opinion, personally, hiring Raven, knowing, hey, we need something in our team comms. I need to take something back. I need to mature in the way I'm communicating to my teammates. Talk about your growth, both in that situation and the controller, but also personally for you in this journey to win here.
Yeah, I think Raven Raven was my idea for the most part. I wanted to look for a coach after Rally because I felt like I was kind of bombarded with too much as a player, and I needed help outside the game. So I decided to look around, and we eventually got Raven. And I've said it on stream before. I think this is the biggest pickup ever. Like it's kind of like Mac and Jordan in the beginning. Those types of players. Like Evan is same with Evan. Evan Raven, like this team is a dynasty, just like in the beginning of the game. This is the start of another dynasty for sure.
I think the question, that's right. You can see right down there, Hal, some of your best moments of the tournament. As you react to this, a lot of ups and downs, but you came in here winning the split. You guys felt confident from the very beginning that you could get the job done, even though you had to make some adjustments. But my big question here, though, is looking at the support, not only that Evan's gotten, we've talked about, but your fans, they travel, they're here in Europe. It's not North America, this is Europe, and you still have the most fans in the building right now. Talk to me about what TSM has meant to you as an org for your career and obviously for the support in this journey.
TSM has supported us since the beginning, like even with swapping players and stuff like that, there's never been any issues, and we've had the best fan base since the beginning of the game, and we appreciate you guys so much. This is why we play our best for you guys. For you guys. Nobody else. There's no one else that we're playing for except the fans.
Al, one more thing. I know we had a conversation earlier. You gave props to Sweet being a better IGL than you. You both took a step back and said, no, Zero is the best IGL because he's won back-to-back. You just won right here. Are you going to tell the fans, everyone watching at home, who's the best IGL? Who is it, Hal?
It's me. It's me.
I think that'll do it. Tiff, that's your Monster MVP, TSM, ImperialHal.
Okay, should I take it back up if they have it?
There you are. I've been
Congratulations. So happy for you.
Your son is a great player.
Oh my goodness, this is the best day.